Kill Complacency, a podcast that inspires growth and intentionality and helps you overcome your greatest obstacles.
All right. Today, my guest is Barry Shores. Barry Shores is the host of the Ambassadors of Joy of Living podcast. And I was on his podcast. He's high energy. He has a really cool story. You're a serial entrepreneur. You've done so much. But the biggest thing that impresses me about Barry is he is living life large today. And there is no let up in Barry. So Barry, could you kind of tell us your backstory? Tell us about what kind of trials have you went through in your life? What have you built? What have you done?
Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved immortal beings, and good-looking people. Now, Marty, how can I make the categorical statement that all the thousands, if not tens of thousands of people that are either watching or listening to the podcast are all good-looking? Because by definition, if they tuned into Kill Complacency, it means they're always looking for and finding the good in life. That's the definition of a good-looking person, finding the good in life, right? Isn't that why we're together? Because
yes.
We both search out the good in life. That's what makes a good-looking person. And I want to share with people, yes, I'm blessed to say to everybody, I am 77 years on the planet. That's my chronological age. And I'll say most of the people listening are over the age of 25. So when you get to 25 at least, you recognize that everybody has 4 ages that you live in at the same time. You have a chronological age, you have a metabolic age, you have a mental acuity age, and you have something called an SOW, which I'll explain in a moment. So chronological age, you know, how many years you've been around and such like that. I'm 77. Metabolically, I'm 48. Because I swim 2 miles a day, 6 days a week. Wow. And that means you're going to say a big wow when you hear the rest of the story. And my mental acuity is 27 because I work with a lot of people on the internet building things such. So I have to be at least aware of what's going on in a very changing world. And my SOW, which stands for sense of wonder. I'm an 8-year. Now, just to keep everything in perspective, I urge people to understand. I say 8 because you want to be somewhere between 6 and 9 as your SOW, sense of wonder. Because once you get to double digits, the system comes in and squashes people and makes you smaller, and you have to break through. That takes a lot of effort. You know, like going in the spaceship recently, Artemis, to get through Earth's atmosphere, it's always pulling us down. You got to go, you need a booster rocket to get through there. That's why your SOW needs to be between 6 and 9. So you're always looking at the world and asking why, what's going on? How's it about this? Constantly asking questions, which leads me to something that I just realized right now, Marty. You ready?
Yeah.
Kill Complacency. That's the name of your whole being, certainly the podcast. And I love acronyms. We love working with words. Kill stands for kindness. Inspires lifelong learning. The way to kill complacency is to become a lifelong learner. When you do that, complacency won't be around very long because you keep recognizing what you can do more, as we say in America, faster, better, cheaper. What can I do to be of more service? That's the key word we might mention a number of times in this show. You asked me a question. Barry, you want to tell people about either your childhood or part of your journey? Okay, I will. I'm going to talk about the journey that began 20 plus years ago.
Yes.
Okay. So I was already double nickels. That's 55 for regular people language. I was standing up in the morning. Imagine this. Standing up in the morning, completely healthy and hearty, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. In the evening, I'm in the hospital, totally, completely paralyzed from my neck down. And it was not from an automobile accident. It wasn't a spinal injury. It was a rare disease, which you never heard of the day before, took over my body and rendered me what's called quadriplegic, which means nothing moved my neck down. I can only communicate by blinking my eyes. Talk about change in a moment.
You couldn't talk either.
Yeah, I was 144 days in the hospital. I was in a hospital bed in my own home for 2 years. I couldn't move.
Did they know right away, Barry, what it was? Or did it take a few days?
Within 72 hours, we're able to detect what it was. It's called Guillain-Barré syndrome, GBS. for the cognoscenti. You can look it up. It's a very rare disease, and I got it. Now, interestingly enough, as I said, I was 4 years in a wheelchair. I had braces on both my legs, from my hips to my ankles for years, and that was progress. Thank God today, I'm able to be vertical and ambulatory with the help of a 7-foot walking wand. So I'm a triped, not a biped. I can't walk up a stair by myself. I can't walk up a curb by myself. I have help 12 hours a day, 7 days a week. However, you hear my voice. Positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant. All becomes of one word, Marty. One word, which I share with the audience, and I urge everybody to understand it. The word is smile. That's right, S-M-I-L-E, because smile stands for seeing miracles in life every day. When you can learn to see miracles in life every day, I mean the ability to be thankful and have gratitude for opening your eyes in the morning and putting your feet over the side of the bed, because I couldn't do that for years. I still can't get up from this chair, paralyzed based on the waist down. Now that goes back to what he said. Barry, didn't you say you swim 2 miles a day, 6 days a week? Yeah. That's the way to kill complacency, isn't it?
Yeah.
How did you learn how to swim? I'll tell you very quickly, because people always ask, how do you learn how to? Well, what happened is, again, can't move. And this disease, people get it who get it. Again, very rare. Within 6 months to a year, most everybody, 85, 90% of the people get back everything they had. If they were paralyzed or they were in a breathing apparatus, goes away with months because the body rebuilds. So the good Lord loves me a little more, and he said, okay, Barry, sure, I'm going to keep you somewhat paralyzed for a long time, years, 20 years. However, in the course of gaining back some movement, especially my upper body, I have a friend who was an aquatic therapist, the best in America. How do I know? Because he told me. And I love people who are positive and smart and capable. He is. So we were in the pool, and over the course of a year or two, moving me in there with all kinds of stuff on me and such, just bing! One day I was able to move my arms over my shoulders. And I'll make the story very, very short. After not moving for years, that day that I put my arms over my old shoulders, and I basically swam a backstroke 3 times, 3 strokes, hit my head against the side of the pool, and it hurt. I said, yay, I moved.
That's awesome.
Stuff around, and I said, please don't stop me. Let me just keep moving. That one day, which was November 18th, and it was about 4 or 5 years after being paralyzed completely, I didn't stop for 92 minutes.
Kept swimming.
That day. Didn't stop. Again, nothing else in my body moved. I just moved my arm. They had flotation devices on me, and it was great. And then I said, wait a minute, here's where kill complacency comes in. I could do it once, I could do it again. And then you keep getting better. And after a number of months, you do it once a week, twice a week. And now, as I said, I learned how to swim on my tummy. I have paddles. I have a snorkel. I swim 2 miles a day, 6 days a week.
Barry, how many miles have you swam since then?
More than 10,340 miles. Swim, slam, swum.
And what's your goal?
And I wasn't a swimmer before. It's not as if, I relearned and I was a champion in high school. No, I knew how to swim. I didn't really enjoy it that much. The reason I'm mentioning it all and going on about this, you never know what happens in life. We all know that. Everybody listening, shaking their hands out, yeah, that's true. You never know what's going to happen. And the real key, these 6 words. You ready for these 6 words, Marty?
Yep.
Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Choice. How you choose to respond in any given situation will determine your path in life and your trajectory.
That's good. It's our choice. And we make that choice every day, don't we?
We do.
So I'm curious, Barry, you were a successful entrepreneur prior to this.
Yes.
But much of who you are today is a result of this disease, I think, right? Would you undo it if you could?
So rephrase the question.
If you could go back 20 years and not get the disease, would you not get the disease? Or do you think that you live a fuller life now or a good life now and there's benefits to the trials?
So the reason I asked Marty to rephrase the question is because I heard it the first time. I wanted to think about it a little bit.
That's good.
Because that's a very penetrating question.
Yeah.
Knowing what I know now, if I had been given a menu by the good Lord, would I have checked off the box that says, I think we're going to have you paralyzed for a while? I don't think I would have checked it off. So the good thing is I'm not running the world. The good Lord is.
Yes.
The key that I said, those 6 words, how you choose to respond is, okay, now that it happened, what do I do with it? What do I do with this? And again, it doesn't have to be this extreme. Well, look at Barry Shore. He's rich and famous and handsome and great tan and all this. Okay, so It's the mindset.
Yeah.
And I tell everybody listening here, especially those of you who are married, if it wasn't for my wife speaking with you right now in the same way, I'd just be protoplasm. It's the ability. I was married at the time, 27 years. And I've been told over the years, and I've seen in my own eyes, not everybody's spouse would have stayed with them, gone through the stuff. It was on her more than me for the first few years. Again, remember, I'm not moving. I can't do anything.
Yeah.
I take care of the house. What about finance? A whole list of questions that come about because, oh, look what happened. So how you choose to respond, and that's what we call a shift in perspective. Now, I got to tell you, Marty, I've been working with people for more than half a century. 97.2% of all the people that come to me and ask advice and things like that, on paper, they're doing great. Then you start speaking to them, and I find out to drop the F in shift and the other stuff out. You got to keep your F's in place. You want to shift your perspective just a little bit, and then you can utilize those 6 words. And then the real one, smile. It's one of the reasons people, thank God, listen to the podcast that I do. The joy of living. As you mentioned, I'm the ambassador of joy. Now, notice I didn't say like Marty, the ambassador of joy. It's the ambassador of joy. Because joy is an expression, being in the world, isn't it? And when you feel the power of being positive and purposeful and pleasant in the world, then you can live with what we call the 3 fundamentals. These 3 fundamentals are, number 1, knowing that your life has purpose. When you know that your life has purpose, now you can go MAD. Now, MAD is a great acronym. It stands for make a difference. Lead a purpose-driven life, make a difference in the world. Number 3 is to unlock the power and the secrets, what we call everyday words and terms, like smile or WW. This show is carried all over the world on the internet, right? So you ask anybody, what does WWW stand for? It has to do with the internet. Okay, factually speaking, they're correct. In our world, Marty, as you know, I mean our world, meaning you, me, and everybody listening, in our world, WWW stands for what a wonderful world.
That's
and
good.
What a word, right? And a tip of the hat to Louis Armstrong, Satchel, for enabling that song to go viral, not just touch tens of millions, hundreds of billions of people on the planet. So when you ever hear the opening bars of what a wonderful world, you smile and you think about that. So it's the mindset, what your mind and your heart work together. So the body becomes that carriage that enables you to be in the world and do what we're supposed to do. When we talk about joy. So joy is a great acronym. Stands for Journey of You, Joy.
Barry, I was reading that you've distributed over 6 million smile cards. Is that correct?
Correct. That was actually about going back a number of months. We need to update our website. It's over 9 million. And these
9
cards,
million.
yes, these cards, and Marty has some of these different cards, right? Keep smiling. Did I tell you how much I appreciate you? We call them joy cards, and they're available for free on the website. And Marty's going to post the website, and it's just easy to remember, barryshore.com. Just go there. You just pay for shipping because what it costs us. Cards are free. And we urge everybody, do it. Get involved. Spread the love. Spread the joy. Because when you're doing it, it affects your whole being, your physical, mental, spiritual being. And guess what will happen? The result will be, and I guarantee this, or your money back, actually double your money back. I guarantee this. You'll be happier, healthier, and wealthier. Am I right, Marty?
Yes, you're right. 100%.
Right?
That's what it's about. It's about serving others. It's not about serving us.
So let me use that as a jump off point. Did I mention to everybody? So Marty is the embodiment of kill complacency. So kill is a great acronym that we use, and we always put things in the positive. So for us, kill stands for kindness, inspires lifelong learning.
Yeah.
That's really the key, killing complacency and living well. Let me tell everybody a quick story. It happened when I was 9. So I grew up in a place called Boston, Massachusetts. If you don't know it, look it up on the map. Boston, Massachusetts, northeast corner of the United States of America. I can tell you something. In the winter, it gets cold.
Really cold.
And the days short. And it snows off. Okay, so I remember 9 years old. I remember distinctly. It was, we had a good snowstorm, 11 plus inches, which was a lot of snow during the week. And in those days, you had to listen to the radio to see if school was called off or not. No internet. Imagine that. No phones. Cell phone, things like that. So you listen and it said, John D. Runkle School closed. Yay! Yay! Okay. Now you can do a couple things. Go back to sleep. You can play games or do what I do at 9 years old. I'm going to go out and shovel snow because school may be off, but people got to get to work and do things,
Yeah.
right? So long underwear, button up, all kinds of stuff, and the earmuffs and gloves and my shovel and hat. Going to go out. I left the house at 7:15. It was still okay. It was light enough. And I just had a cup of hot chocolate in the morning and went out. And I went out. Now I got to share with everybody. I made 25 cents a week as an allowance for doing chores. I mean, I worked for it.
Yeah.
I learned so much by shoveling snow because I'm dealing with people, shoveling a driveway, shoveling a walk. And so I'll make a story short. I came back at 4:20 in the afternoon. It was already dark. Come in the house and I'm smiling. I'm exhausted. I hadn't stopped at all for lunch. Hey, I'm a 9-year-old, right? And my father's making me hot cocoa. And he liked to make it with melted chocolate bars, not just
the real hot cocoa.
He was great. Father said, my dear beloved son. He used to like saying that. My dear beloved son. How'd you do? He said, Papa, I made $55. $55.
Wow.
1957. And I made
It was fun.
huge, right? My father's smiling and happy. He said, okay, my dear beloved son, how do you spell business? Now I'm smart. I'm 9 years old. I'm showing off. Business. That's right. Very good. I want you to see something. Notice that the U comes before the I. When you take care of other people with service, shoveling, doing what you need to do, the I will always be taken care of.
That's so good.
Genius of business.
Your dad told you that.
My dad taught me that. Now, it took me probably 20 years for that to be useful in understanding. That's business. When you serve it, the you, others, the I will always be taken care of. You don't have to grab. You don't have to do this. Just think service. You said it, Marty. Service.
Yeah.
In everything.
Yeah. It's what capitalism is about.
Yes. And capitalism, we want to talk about that a little bit on the show because we want to applaud it. We want to say, yay. We want people to understand that it's not just, well, it's one of several different ways to live in the world. No. Capitalism is the most effective mechanism for enabling people to live well, to prosper, to be served. We all know the famous phrase, if you don't love yourself, you can't love others. If you're not doing well, whatever you're doing, and you can't be able to help others. Capitalism enables you to say, what can I do to be of most benefit to other people, myself? The I will always be taken care of. And it doesn't matter if you're sweeping the floor in a big location or you're the head of the company with a million employees. What's the difference? Service.
Well, I think too, you love the joy word, but serving people gives the most joy. Like you can't replace money for what the joy you get from just serving people and meeting people where they are. Scooping the snow at 9 years old. Like I know you made a lot of money that day, Barry, but I think your joy that day was probably just making people happy and pleasing them.
Marty, one of the reasons I'm so humbled and honored to be on your podcast because you understand it because that's your life. Yes, this is what we do. And by the way, for all the people listening and watching, yes, that's who you are because this show's not about Marty. Great guy that he is. Or Barry. Oh, what a fellow. About you. Y-O-U. You being the best you. Because when you're the best you, guess what? You make the world a better place.
Yes.
Bring joy, happy, peace, and love.
Yeah.
Now, again, I want to point to something because people say this to me. Well, Barry, sure, that's easy for you to say because you're rich and handsome and famous and you got a tan, you swim, and yeah, okay, so. But look at you now. It's easy to say, okay, therefore what? It's easier for me to say because I've had great people in my life. My father, mother, my sisters, my friends, and the people that I associate with. And we want to talk about this just for a moment, Marty. Well, as I said, KILL stands for kindness inspires lifelong learning. Lifelong learning means, can you make mistakes? Well, yeah.
You have to.
What do you do when you make a mistake? Oh, you'd say, okay, what do we do now?
Yeah, we fix it.
That stuff.
We do better.
Yeah. What do? You like Marty, you made $150,000 mistake and it looks like it's all over. And now what do you do? As long as the good Lord is giving you life, ability to think, to look around, to reach out to others, to ask for help. Most people can't do that. Now, again, I'm speaking to a select group of people who already understand all this because that's why you tuned in.
Sure.
You able to ask for help. That is a way to kill complacency and learn how to be successful in life. How do I know? Well, first of all, the Bible tells me so. And second of all, I tell you from experience. I mean, I'm entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur, great successes, huge failures, or what people call failure. It's called life.
Yeah.
What do you do with it? That's the key. Now, by the way, life, you see, it's your mindset. Life stands for living inspirationally for eternity. When you realize that your life makes a difference for yourself, everybody around you, and people are always watching you. They're always watching you. What do you say? How do you act? How do you respond? Not react. I urge people to listen to the difference. There's a way to react. And
Yes.
there's a way to respond.
Yes.
You want to respond means sometimes actually thinking for more than a tenth of a second.
we get in trouble when we react, don't we?
Yeah, well, that is actually the point, isn't it? But
We have regrets. Those are the regretful moments, is when we react.
That's why I love being with Marty, because he understands that repercussion, these are the RE words, the repercussion, when you react, you may regret. Now, you may also say the wrong thing when you think and respond. However, the opportunity is in your hand. When you recognize RE, again, recognition, when you recognize that it's on you and you do the following, bear with me for a moment. I love how people, my favorite presentation, whether I'm doing something for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour and a half, doing keynotes and things like that, I speak of what I call the 3 electrifying audience ideas. Number 1 is smile. We talked about it, seeing miracles in life every day. Number 2 is blab. I teach people how to blab. You want to know what blab stands for, Marty?
Yeah, of course I do.
Breathe like a baby.
Oh, that's good.
I'll ask an audience, say you have 1,000 people in the audience. Recently, I had 1,127 people. I ask a question, how many people here know how to breathe? People laugh, of course. Everybody, you hear, you're breathing. You're not rolling in the aisle dead, right? Well, I said, but there's 2 ways to breathe. There's what we call shallow breathing. You're just breathing to function. And then there's deep diaphragmatic breathing. Now, watch this. The word diaphragm, 99.2% of everybody watching or listening can't spell it, and you don't know where it is. You all know you have a diaphragm, but how do you spell that? And where is it? I call it tummy breathing.
Tummy
This
breathing.
is how babies breathe. Babies breathe in through their nose, into their tummy area, diaphragm. They let it out slowly. So I teach people a way to breathe that takes 94 seconds. It's involved with 4 conscious, loving breaths, breathing in through the nose, the diaphragm, and then out through the nose. Just 4 times, consciously doing that.
It's hard, isn't it?
And you do it twice a day,
Okay.
once before noon, once afternoon, because repetition creates transformation. When you learn to do that, and you've done that 11 days in a row, 15 days, some people take whatever, a month, whatever time. When you can do that twice a day, your world will have shifted. Remember, keep that effort place, because you're now learning how to breathe and you're in control, and everything around that's swirling and calm enters you. And the good Lord loves calm. He doesn't want storm.
Barry, when do you do it? Do you do it morning and night, or how do you?
First things I do in the morning when I wake up, and thank God I'm able to open my eyes, put my feet over the side of the bed, and for me, I sing this word, joy. Now again, I'm married 48 years, but the fact that I can do that, so I couldn't do that for years.
Sure.
So I do it in the morning, and one of the last things I do before I go to sleep, and it's a whole different sleep, because you're breathing, you're in control. Your mind, physical, mental, spiritual is in alignment. Isn't that wonderful, Marty?
It's beautiful. Beautiful.
It works. So I teach people to smile and to blab.
You said there was 3. What's the other one?
Third one is, I don't know if we have time. The third one is, I'll make it very short. Ready? Everybody's going to go rolling on the floor. Learn to love dog poop.
How?
Did Barry Shore just say learn to love dog poop? Yes. Let me tell you what dog poop stands for. Doing of good. Power of one person. Well, wait a minute. What does that mean? First of all, everybody knows what dog poop is. You see it all around and stuff, right?
It's terrible.
And now the next time you see dog poop, I want you to clap your hands, put a smile on your face, say, yippee! And if you're with somebody, they'll say, what are you talking about? I say, I love dog poop. Where did you hear that? So I was, Marty, you had this guy on.
He talked about dog poop.
Dog poop. What is that? Again, doing of good, power of one person. So me, I'm thinking about Gandhi and Mother Teresa and Mandela and this and that one. Big people, right? Well, yeah, guess what? You're no different. I can prove it to you. You're alive. Good Lord made you just like he made these other people. They focused more. They had their mission. Everybody does. Use your energy doing of good. It may be saying hello to somebody, saying thank you. I urge people.
Yeah.
Use 2 most
Gratitude.
positive words in the English language 3 times a day from now to the rest of your life. You'll be happier, healthy, and wealthy. These 2 words are thank you. Thank you. It changes everything. And if you're with somebody, and again, you're laughing and you say, what are you talking about? I love dog poop. Say, you reach out to your right, reach out to your left, and you share that with 2 people. Well, those 2 people share with 2. That's 4. And 18, 32, because energy never stops. lives. One person makes a difference. Am I right, Marty?
You are. And it has to start with somebody. So be the start. Be the guy that gets it going.
It's called Joy, Journey of You.
Yes. Barry, what is something you're doing right now that your future self is going to thank you for?
I am so happy to be sharing this with you. I'm going to make it very short. So because I was paralyzed and I had been a very successful entrepreneur, I had built 2 companies on the internet and sold them public companies. I had 3 issued patents. So I had a lot of money and I was famous, my little world. And now I'm laying in bed, immobile. Oh, dear Lord, what am I supposed to do now? Hello? Never knew I'm going to move again. I prayed. I cried. I meditated. What am I supposed to do? I got a mission. My mission is to give $1 billion to charity without costing any giver a penny. What did you just say, Barry Shore? That's bigger than dog.
Way bigger.
$1 billion to charity without costing any penny person. How do you do that? I'm not going to do it right now because of time constraints and such. Marty's going to put up, you can go to theeverywherecard.com and allows people to give to the cause of their choice without costing anybody a penny. It's so wonderful. It's taken me years, the team, to build, to have it ready, and to enable us to do what we want to do in the world, which is people are constrained all the time. Let's be blunt. And there's always people asking for money, right?
Sure.
Well, what if you can help a place that you really like and it doesn't cost you anything, and now you become a giver and you urge others to do it and you aggregate a bunch of people, and pretty soon good stuff is happening because people are giving, which is the ultimate expression of love and gratitude, and won't cost you anything. That's what I'm doing now, Marty.
And brings the most joy.
This is my, it's not just that I have a goal, the goal has me.
That's good.
I like that.
That's good.
The Everywhere card. You'll be hearing about it pretty soon. Everywhere.
Barry, you've been an entrepreneur your whole life. What advice would you go back and give to your younger self?
Always strive forward. Learn. Be a lifelong learner. Let me give you one quick story, if I may.
Sure.
So when I was shoveling snow, again, it only happened say 2 or 3 times during each winter. And that time I made $55. So I was not shy about telling my friends. And they said, well, the next time you're going to do that, let me know.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot. I learned how to negotiate with a householder. I'm knocking, a 9-year-old kid knocking on the door, and the guy says, yeah, what do you want? And I knew these were my neighbors and such, right? So I'll shovel your driveway. How much is it? I said a price. I say $10. The guy looked at me and he says, well, I'll give you $5. And I'm 9 years old. The guy, wait, what's the difference? And I recognized certain things. And to 2 points. Number one, I learned how to say no. I would say, no, thank you. And I turn around, walk away, and the person would say, wait a minute, come back. Okay. Because they wanted their drive done. I recognize, it's not the work, it's the result. Number one. Number two, so my friends would say to me, well, let me know. I realized, wait a minute, something. I made $55 because I went and knocked on the door. What if I do the following? I'll get the job. I'll give them 80%. I get 20%. They're doing the work. I'm working also. I'll do my own gig. Yeah. So 3 years later, we had a big snowstorm. I made over $111. And they all made money. Everybody, and the result is that people got the driveways cleaned, everything.
It was a win-win-win.
Yeah, I learned the power of leverage and teamwork and helping others. Remember, the you comes before the I. So in this case, the you was my friends. The you were the people we shoveled snow for. And the I got taken care of. It was great. So I learned those lessons.
Yes.
So I would say, as an entrepreneur, as a business person, there will always be challenges. Always embrace them. Learn to love them.
That's good. Barry, what is a favorite quote or a favorite book of yours? I see a whole bunch of books behind you. I think you're a big reader.
Yes, I am a big reader. My favorite book, as it were, is Psalms.
Do you have a specific one?
Well, there are 3 that really resonate with me, like say every day. But I'm going to quote one line from, I think it's Psalm number 111. I like that.
Yeah, I know.
Last sentence there is the beginning of wisdom is fear of the Lord. Fear in a positive sense.
Have you always applied that? Have you always understood the fear of the Lord?
Always. That's a great word. I'm human.
Okay, good. Yeah. I mean, was that from your childhood? I guess that's my other question.
So
you grew up in a Christian home like that?
The simple answer is no.
Okay.
A lot of this came more as an adult.
Okay.
At the age plus minus 24.
Okay, gotcha. That's cool. Okay, and this is my favorite question. Barry, if this was your final recording and you had one message that you wanted the world to know, what is it?
Go forth. Live exuberantly. Spread the seeds of joy, happiness, peace, and love. Go mad. Go make a difference.
For those of you who have never listened to Barry's podcast, that's how he starts and ends them. So it is truly his life message to the world. Maybe we'll have that out, be on your tombstone someday. You should.
It's interesting. I was thinking about that today.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there should be a stack of
Your smiling cards there all the
smiling
time.
cards. Yeah. You have to have it in your trust that it has to be occupied. They always be smiling cards there.
And an URL that people can come to the gravesite. Here's the URL to go and click and keep getting it.
Yeah, it'd be powerful. Barry, how do people find you? I know you're easy to find, but what's the best way for them to listen to your podcast, to find and follow and become a fan?
Follow. So the best thing is go to barryshore.com. BARRYSHORE, barryshore.com. Also, then you'll find almost everything there that you need. Link to the Everywhere card, the link to the Keep Smiling cards, and the link to books and just stuff, because we're here to serve. Right, Marty?
For sure.
barryshore.com is a resource center to spread joy, happiness, peace, and love. Love stands for living on vibrant energy.
Powerful. Thank you, Barry, for being on today.
And you're entirely welcome, Marty. I am deeply happy and honored and humbled to be here.
I just wanted to thank you guys for listening to the end. In closing, I just wanted to add that if this message resonates with you, if it aligns with your values, and something in it today triggered something, then you can also look me up on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube. We are really trying to help people live more intentional lives, to kill the complacency with which they have subscribed to. I know there's many ways in which I get sucked in all the time. So if this is beneficial, follow me there.